Hey, home care boss, what's up? I'm Denis, the home care agency startup and growth expert. In this video, I'm going to show you how to start your non-medical home care agency in Georgia. Coming up. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Denis. I am the home care agency startup and growth expert. And what we do, we help overworked, burnt out, frustrated healthcare professionals and nurses start their own profitable non-medical home care agency so they can have more impact, more flexibility, and freedom, and impact their corner of the world. And to date, we have helped over 350 home care agencies get started and grow. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the step-by-step process on how to get started with your home care agency in Georgia, as well as walking you to the journey of one of our students, Cherley, on how she was able to get started with her own profitable home care agency. So let's dive in. If you are new to this channel, I'd like to tell you, I put fire content that you're not gonna find anywhere else. So you need to make sure you subscribe and like this channel, because 5 days a week, I put amazing content just like this. And my goal is to make sure that I spread best practices about home care agency ownership so you can avoid costly mistakes, right? Gain the confidence that you need to be the home care boss that you desire to be. Because I remember when I was starting my home care agency, there wasn't enough great information out there, and a lot of people in the industry don't like to share their expertise and knowledge. So I'm on a mission to make sure that there is the knowledge that you need to make sure you're successful in your business endeavor. You got it, because starting a business is hard enough. We don't want to make sure we want to make sure accessing the knowledge that you need to be successful is not hard. So let's get started. So in Georgia, in order to get started with your home care agency, the first thing that you're gonna need to choose a name for your home care business. First thing, right? You have to choose a name. It's like having a baby. When you have a baby, once the baby come out, you have to have a name for the baby. So starting a home care business is birthing a baby. Once that baby is out, you have to make sure that you have a name for your baby. But having a name for your baby, for your home care agency, is not good enough. That's what you have to make sure that you go to the name verification process. This is a process where you ensure that nobody else has the same name that you chose for your business, right? And why is that important? If somebody else have the same name that you choose for your business, you can get into legal trouble. They can send you a letter that they call cease and desist letter and say, stop using my name, right? They can send you those letters. So you have to make sure that the name is verified and nobody else have that name. Once the name is verified and nobody else has that name, what you have to do, you have to choose the business structure for your business. So you may have heard of LLC. LLC is one of the business structures, but it's not the only business structure, but it's one of the most popular. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and make sure you choose the business structure. And once you choose the business structure, now it's time to really make this name official, right? And how do you make your name official? You have to register your name with Georgia Secretary of State, right? That's where you register your name. That's where you become official as a business, and you register. If you choose an LLC, that's where you register your LLC. So for our student Cherley, I remember she chose a name, and her name was Omega Homecare, right? So she chose Omega Homecare. Our team went to work, make sure the name was available. She was not gonna get into legal issue. Once we verified that the name was available, there's no legal issue there, we went ahead and she chose a business structure. When she chose a business structure, our team came back into the picture again. We registered our business structure with the Georgia Secretary of State, and she officially became Omega Homecare. Like, our agency is definitely there. Basically, like, register your LLC. It's like, hey, I got my birth certificate, right? Our agency got her birth certificate, and our agency became Omega Homecare. So now, after you do that, you register your business, and now your business have their birth certificate, right? It's not a birth certificate per se, but you do get, they call it certificate of, like you do get a certificate for registering your business entity. Now, your next step is to get what we call your employer identification number. So this is a number that is like, the best way I can compare it, it's kind of like a social security for your business. So you get this number from the IRS, the Internal Revenue. That's where you get this number. So you definitely want to make sure you get this number. But once you get this number, now it's time to really start reviewing the requirements to open a non-medical home care agency in Georgia. Isn't this good information? Yes. So if you love this information, make sure you like and subscribe, so when I put the next video out, you can get notified and know that we have new amazing content just for you. So now you have to make sure you review the requirements for Georgia. So in Georgia, they call non-medical home care agency private home care provider license. And in order to get this license, you will need, one of your staff will have to be a registered nurse. So you're gonna need a registered nurse on board. The good thing is the owner doesn't have to be a registered nurse. If you are the owner and you're a registered nurse, that's great. But if you're not, that's fine too. One of your employees can be the registered nurse. So in the case of our student Cherley with Homecare, Cherley is a mom of 5 and a registered nurse. So she has to look anywhere else to find a registered nurse. So she was the owner and the registered nurse. So for Georgia, they give you the choice of what service you can offer as a home care agency. And based on the choice that you make, that will basically, based on the choice, that's gonna dictate how much you pay for the license application. So they give you a choice to do 3 services. You can do companion services only, where you only have hired companions to send to the house and they keep your client's company. You can also do only personal care services, where you send aides that can provide bath and do personal care, or you can also do nursing services. You can choose one of those 3 services, or you can choose all 3 of those services. My recommendation to my clients is, even though the license application will be higher at a higher cost, but my recommendation is choose all 3. So you do that same application, you choose all 3 from the get-go. That way you can save money and also be able to have a larger pool of people that you can offer service, which in turn means that you can make more money. Of course, as you submit your application, the state is also gonna make sure they verify your background check. So you wanna make sure that you have a clean background check that's gonna pass the state recommendation. So now, once you submit your licensure application, they are going to review your license application. They will let you know if there's any corrections that they want you to make, or they will let you know if your license is approved. And once your license is approved, congratulations, that's amazing. Once your license is approved, now you can open your door and operate as a home care agency owner. But one thing here, in Georgia, it doesn't just stop there. Once your license is approved, they give you a time frame to go work and get clients, right? Once you work and get those clients, they give you that time frame, then you have to let the state know, hey, I did my due diligence. I got the number of clients that you asked me to have, and let them know. And once you let them know, they're gonna come and do a survey to inspect and make sure you are doing the right thing. And if you're doing the right thing, you will pass your survey, and that way you can continue being in business. So those are the steps for you to get with your to get started with your home care agency in Georgia. So now I know you may be saying, Sue, okay, those are great, but I need help. How do I really get started? How do I make sure that I fill this application the right way? How do I get clients? How do I find caregivers? How do I manage my home care agency? I never had a business before. How do, like, and also for the state of Georgia, when you submit your license, you need policy and procedure. Like, so how do I get those together, right? If you want to know all of this and you have all those questions, I create an exclusive training just for you where I'm going to show you next step, the next thing that you need to do in order to get your business up and running and answer all of those questions to you. What are the next steps? How do I hire? How do you fire? All of those things. So make sure you click the link in the description so you can register for this free training that I made just for you. And register for this free training. Go ahead, go through it, and then we also can have a discussion and see how can our team help you materialize and make your dream of becoming your own boss, becoming your own home care boss, a reality. So make sure you check the description and click the link below for our next step so you can participate in our next training where I do a deep dive how you can take those information that I just said and I implement them and make them a reality. Because I can say all of this, but if you don't know how to implement what I said, you're going to be at the same spot where you are today, right? And we don't want that. And to go back to my student Cherley, Cherley was able to get her license approved in the state of Georgia. Not only that, now her agency is up and running and in a short time. Remember I told you she's a mom of 5? She's a single mom of 5, right? In a short time, she was able to let go of her nursing job and focus solely in her business. And we congratulate her, Cherley, if you're listening now. Congratulations. I am so proud of you. I know I tell you in private how proud I am of you, but I am so proud of your success, of seeing you going from being a bedside nurse and not knowing anything about business to using our process to our turnkey agency startup program to starting your business to opening it, to being able to quit your job, getting your first few clients and getting your first few caregivers and operating your business. This is nothing short of amazing. So we congratulate you and thank you for allowing our consulting firm Home Care Bosses United to be your guide in this journey. So I know you're listening and you're inspired, how can I do the same thing Cherley did, right? So make sure you click the registration link and get into our next training, the next steps training. So that way you know what you do to take all of those things that I just said and implement them, and so you can make your dream of having your non-medical home care agency a reality. See you soon.